Aquarius, welcome back to Medicine Tarot. I hope all of you are well. This is going to be your second half of July reading. Welcome. This is your first time here. Let's see how this reading goes. If you guys are resonating with this, press thumbs up so we can get more Aquarius people, Aquarius crew in here. My channel is so heavy on Scorpio and Taurus, and then I just end up focusing on them, even though, you know, I'm brilliant and with everyone. You're going through, it's a joke, by the way. You're going through this period where you're having a hard time getting to a place where you're choosing to not feel pain, right? It feels like there's a bit of a, I'm choosing to feel this pain right now that's unconscious because certain offers are not coming through. Yes, and it could be very much be about a reconciliation. So I don't usually do love readings for big energies, but this is a love reading. You really, this is your Six of Cups, it's your soulmate, it's your twin flame, it's your right? And what happened, it was covered up. It got covered up with this moon energy, this that. Okay? And you're just struggling right now. Spirit, what wisdom do you have for us? I want you to leave this reading today coming to a place of greater awareness around what you're actually dealing with, so you don't feel so lost in battling these emotions anymore, okay? I have blood, right? So this is definitely something that has to do with ancestral pattern or an issue that has been going through your bloodline, okay? And it could be it could take the shape of your dynamics with your mom, the dynamics between your mom and your dad, the dynamics of how people withhold love from each other to punish each other. I will withhold my love from you to punish you. And you know this feeling, Aquarius. You know that feeling, that weight, and it like cuts off your throat chakra. And it makes you feel so fucking heavy, right? The loss of that relationship, the loss of that opportunity, and you've put so much effort into it and so much vision and stake and finance, like whatever, you've put so much into it, and then for it to just almost be gone, darling, I'm so sorry. It sucks. But this is that this energy, it feels like sharp on your chest, and sorry, I'm just feeling it, right? But I want you to know it's real. Like what you're feeling is real, and it's time now for us to work through it, to get out of it and get into to have the Three of Swords go upside down, to take the swords out. At the end of the day, the problem is that you don't feel safe. This is the safe space here. We can speak truth, okay? At the end of the day, I don't feel safe internally. Because what happens here is that, this person that I'm dealing with, it could be a fire sign. Yeah. The withholding thing happens, which then triggers your codependency. And it literally, it just like sucks power and sucks energy out of you, darling, and it's really hard for you to come back to a place where you're like, okay, I don't need to feel disappointed. I'm okay. It's just hard to get back on your horse. It's so weighted. And everything in this relationship breakdown has to do with who you are when that person starts withholding love. And that's the area that we need to focus in and heal in. That's the moon energy, because the moon is cyclical, and this is an old cycle repeating itself. And this moon energy has everything to do with a memory and an emotional habit of protection, self-protection. Darling. Right. So in your emotional body, here, I'm going to help you out here. In your emotional body, there you have specific judgments. And so the person withholds love or whatever, and then you go, I fucked up again, or I just don't know, I must have said something wrong. I shouldn't have said that. Like, there's all this fucking backpack of judgments just unzips, and it's like, and you just start judging yourself so harshly. And this is a structure within yourself that you haven't built up, something you haven't learned to support yourself in. When they withhold, I break down. And I just want to say that this person may be withholding because they need space, or because I'm not trying to paint them the good guy, I'm just talking. They may need space, they may have fucked up themselves, and now they need to go and sit home alone and do all this stuff. If this is not your reading, please click, you're fine. But I just got a headache, because this is something that keeps going on, and it circles and circles, and it's not done being circling. It's not done. The cycle is not ending. The cycle that sucks worth out of you. So let me ask you this question. This addiction to appreciation and attention, right? I don't think you're like an attention whore, right? I don't think that you're doing this on purpose. This is something you learned. Your body has learned to behave in this way, and it throws you out of control. But what we need to do, more than fix this relationship, what we need to do is to slowly start creating logic and structure and emotional support from me to me, from you to you, around where you go in your mind and in your emotions when people start withholding from you. Because trust me, it's going to change your life. And nothing about this is about this relationship, secretly. Nothing about this disappointment that you've experienced, this slap in the face, okay? Nothing about this slap in the face being resolved has anything to do with this person. And this is one of those readings where I say, I can give you the temporary reading and tell you what's occurring, or I can give you the permanent reading and tell you how to lessen these energies in your life. And for the collective that I'm reading for, there's an array of people, array of places that they're in, and on the worst, like on the one end of this spectrum, this could be like damaging. This is so damaging, and it's not your fault. This is so damaging, and it's not your fault, because you are not unvictorious. You're not on this stuff. the moon keeps clouding you, shrouding you, because the moon wants you to find your way out of it. Everything in this universe, including the bad, is here to serve the purpose of us understanding how to go to the next place, shift into the next place, to grow, to strengthen. You're coming out of chaos, you are. And you're moving forward, holding on to this idea that, okay, now, there is a new beginning coming. But what's the problem is that you don't have the full perception, right? Like, it's like, what is this? Yeah. You don't have the full perception and truth of this ending that you've experienced, because, darling, half of these swords, yes, came from the person you broke up with. The other half you already had in your back. And when these new swords happen, you're like, see, this always happens. So I don't want you to, it's not a self-fulfilling prophecy. Fucking relationships break down all the time. That's not the point. You didn't do anything wrong in having a breakup. I'm talking about something that is a more permanent part of how your emotional body has learned to respond and register. There's a couple of videos that I have on my healing, it's called like healing, right? Playlist. I have one about abandonment and codependency, what to know about it. I'm a transformational coach and I work with people to actually heal permanently. I use psychosomatic techniques and stuff. If you guys are interested, my email's below. But there's so many amazing, wonderful people out there. It's just that I don't want you to suffer from something that you don't need to suffer from. And that's what this relationship is. It's itching an old wound. And here you are standing up to it, because they're saying, you're standing up to this now, and you're starting this new structure of being able to not even defend, but guard. We don't have a good word for it. It's not defend or guard, but just understand the boundary. So some of these swords have to be taken out of your back, thrown over the fence, and be like, you belong over there, F off. And so that you can be more free, you can be lighter as you're walking into new relationships. This is something, you didn't expect this, honey. I'm sorry. It could have been with an earth sign. Earth has been coming up. But, honey, you didn't expect this to go sour. And all of a sudden, you're in a place that you thought you were over this. You're like, I thought I was healed. You're like, I thought I was done with this. But this love relationship, right? The Six of Cups. This choice. These choices you've made, they've brought you to this place, and here comes the star. It's the healing, right? It's the reconnection back to source energy and how we are connected in the emotional body to bring us to these places. By the way, I have reconciliation here at the bottom of the deck. And peacemaking. Okay, good. It didn't click off. Tell me about that. Yeah. You're definitely coming to a specific judgment. There's definitely conversations going to be had here about the breakdown of this relationship, or the ace of whatever being dropped, pentacles being dropped. But for many of you, you will not reconcile, because why? You've come face to face, you're matched with someone, darling, that is a direct mirror into the places that you need to come unstuck from, so that you can hold your own world in your hand again so that you can understand that you've had illusions around your own stability. They're meeting, I guarantee you in 6 months, you're going to be a stronger version of yourself. And I always preach, like, take your own healing into your own hands. Go after looking for the answers, because I did it and changed my life. But the point is that they're meeting a version of you right now, which is already incredible, already spiritually woke, already strong, already fine-tuned in energies. Like, you have all of this going for you, but there's still a shadow aspect, and I want to say illusions to who you are in a relationship. And do you know why? Because you're human. That's why. There's nothing wrong with you. You're human. But these illusions are wanting to be brought up, and they're illusions from the bloodline, illusions from a self-protective mechanism. And so this person cannot click in with you, and you cannot click in with them, because you're both doing this weird mirroring where you're now deciding to get on one path so that you can align with your true self, and they think they're doing the same thing, but theirs has to look different. I just want to say, Aquarius, if you're breaking up, it's the right choice. If you're like in your heart, you're like, I need to break up, whatever, or this was right, this breakup was right, it is the right choice. Because you can build stability on fog and illusion and fakeness even, right? Especially not when these old triggers, these old patterns they also don't have patience for you. They're not as gentle and kind and loving as you deserve. I'm sorry. They're just not. And some people will be like, yeah, it's like, you deserve more. And you know that. And because you deserve more, you deserve to see what is illusionary and moon energy. Okay, this is what I meant to say this entire fucking time. And it's in my head, but I can't. You got hurt for fake reasons. Okay? So you still carry some pain and some burden on your shoulder, and that person tapped into it, and you were like, ow. But the universe, our guides are saying that's not real anymore. That's not real anymore, and we need you to go and discover that so you can lighten the load. Very important. And that's why this healing here is coming up, or this not even healing, it's like deeper understanding. It's time for us to not move towards this block. It's time for us to not move towards this block or with this block anymore. I mean, your movement is being blocked because the structure is not right. The structure is not safe. It's not going to hold your house. Don't be sad about this breakup. Go investigate how to come out of this. My God. You guys, press thumbs up if this is helpful, and subscribe so that you can find me again, because there's like 1 million readers now on YouTube. I'm posting, well, no, I'm not posting, but I'm making these guided meditations that take care of healing on the emotional body, right? So our cortical and subcortical parts of our brains, they communicate through the visual cortex. And so when we do guided meditations and we do work in our visual field, we actually are able to tap into the emotional body, and those things are powerful. That's where I'm making them. I already use them with my clients, but I just want to share that and give that out because it's so fucking effective, and I want everyone to take a part in that, and it's not going to be super expensive. So you're going through a major change, Aquarius. Star comes up again. The world is trying to ready you to hold the world. And so, baby, be strong in not resisting this change that's occurring, because a really good change is happening, and you are transforming, and the mirror is the mirror of your face is transforming. You're looking at yourself and it's like moving before your eyes because you don't want to relate to this ancestral wound anymore. You don't want things to be like this anymore. And you're saying no, and you're saying no to this relationship, and good for you. And now, yes, that's step number one. And now you're tapping into what else needs to be explored here. But the emotional body is ridding itself of lack, of abandonment, of feeling like you have to constantly fight against the shit that's coming to you in the form of wow, look at this. Ace of Cups in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Cups in the form of loss. You don't have to keep losing. No, you don't. Now I'm getting mad because because that living in that vibration too is bringing in this kind of deception around your worth. And I don't want any of this. So, if you need to contact me, my information is below. This is a tough period. And I want you to take really good care of yourself, because you are coming out of it. You've already set this in motion. Okay? The point is that at the end of the day, you experience something that is not true to yourself. You experience something that was really painful, continues to be painful, but the universe is saying, we don't have to keep living in this. So please, let's make a distinct separation of the old, the ancestry, the fucking bloodline of experiencing loss in the same way. Let's separate ourselves from that and start living in a new place, because, honey, and I just want to hold your hand. This is so hard. Fuck. I'm really sorry. Yeah, I'm really sorry. And now I'm thinking that maybe someone passed away. I'm so sorry. Man. Listen. They're making it so clear. This Empress does not need to fight this battle of backstabbing, denial, deception, and loss. She doesn't need to fight that anymore. I mean, if you Google the meaning of these cards, that's exactly what it is, right? So this is a period of ending too. And that's a powerful time. Yeah, time of completion. Full moon. That's what that means. Thank you guys so much. I don't have time to read these other two, but thank you for liking, subscribing. I will see you soon. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Goodbye.